What is up, guys and girls? Hurricane Liz here, and in this video I become officially a digital dropshipper. What the heck does that mean? Well, I'm here to tell you that it means insane margins, and I do mean insane. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that, as well as all the benefits of learning all this digital dropshipping mumbo jumbo that I just became a fan of. I don't know how I missed this. Some of y'all have been holding out on me, but I promise you don't want to miss the rest of this. I'm super fired up to show you this. I hope you're fired up. Let's do this. All right, so digital downloads. What is all this crap, Liz? Like, right, I've never even heard of this. And you're trying to tell me that I should be selling it? Well, I'm going to show you why it's really attractive here in a second. And what I'm going to do to illustrate this is I'm going to name and use the most famous site of all to actually do this on. And that site is Etsy. So I'll show you a couple examples in a second, but first I'm going to show you the tool that I use in order to gather information and gather data, and where I'll be gathering what type of digital downloads we should be looking to sell at. So I know I've been talking about Etsy for a while, but I still strongly believe that it is one of the most untapped websites out there, and a site that you should be focusing on selling heavily on, particularly if you're interested in selling digital downloads. So what are the benefits of selling digital downloads? Well, possibly the first and biggest benefit of all is that margins on these products can be as much as between 90 and 95%. Yeah, I said 90 and 95%. We're not talking about the pennies that we're making for dropshipping physical products and then risking the fact that we even get banned. We're making 20% on physical products. With digital products, that margin jumps to 90 to 95%, which means you have a lot of margin and room for error, as well as advertising and employees to be able to do all this for you so that you do very little of the work other than initially setting this all up. So let's figure out what is a digital download. And as I said before, we're going to use this tool that I use called eRank to figure out what is selling in the digital world out there, and particularly on my favorite site for this at the moment, which is Etsy. So I'm here on the eRank site, and you'll notice that I have Etsy filled out right here. And I'm just going to search the word digital and see what pops up. Now, the thing I like about this is the keyword tool inside of eRank. And if I scroll down here, it's going to show me a bunch of related searches. And you'll notice that there's things like digital planner, digital prints, digital download, digital art, digital products, stickers, wall art, paper, planners, and so forth. A bunch of stuff. But the one thing that you want to notice is there's 4 different real important columns here. One is average searches, one is average clicks, one is average CTR, and one is Etsy competition. What this basically means is, even though there's a boatload of searches for this, there's like 105,000 searches a month for this particular term, there is over 475,000 Etsy sellers competing for this particular word. So what does that mean? That means we're probably not going to be seen if we decide to sell something with digital planner as one of the primary keywords. So what I like to do here to really figure out what keywords are potential gold in this particular niche. Sorry, I know the French people out there get really pissed off. They're like, Liz, there you go again, talking like crummy old Yankee English. Yeah, that's right, guys. Niche. I said it. So go ahead, give me the shit you need to give me. I'm fine with that. So let's see, how do we figure out what a good word is? Well, what I like to do is I like to click on this and make sure that we are seeing the most amount of search ones. And in fact, we are. But then I also like to click or scroll down through here and start seeing, like, this right here seems like an opportunity. ADHD digital planner. You notice it only has 13,000 people competing for that. And if we continue to go down, this one right here, digital camera, we're obviously not going to sell that on Etsy. Here's another one, digital art commission, which I don't even know what the hell that is, but we can start to grab these and look them up on Etsy itself. Here's one, digital products bestseller. That's not a good one. Here's one, digital reading journal. This is a great one too. So all we got to do is go over into Etsy, and you notice that I was searching digital planner earlier, but I can put digital art commission, which I have no idea what that is. I suppose that it's somebody wanting a picture of themselves, and here it is. So I'm not even sure, just because I'm not in the art niche, what the hell that is, but I think that's what it is. Commission for terrible art. You'll notice it's $2.36, but these can easily be made on an AI site like Midjourney, which we'll explore further in other videos. But if we look at the digital in the ADHD, I think it was digital planner ADHD. We'll take a look at what that is. So all we got to do is continue to move forward and start to collect a bunch of these keywords and then look them up on on Etsy, which I did already here, and you notice that all these digital ADHD planners pop up. And I know what you're probably thinking, like, oh, Liz, I can't even design my own ass if I had to on this thing. How the hell am I going to design a digital planner? Well, there's a way that we do that, and I'll see if I can jump into this at the end of it. But if not, I will get it in another video. However, you don't need to know a single thing about design in order to make this happen. All I'm trying to present to you is this opportunity where you can become a digital drop shipper as opposed to a physical product drop shipper, which is huge, again, because of those margins. So if it's not juicy for you yet, it should be juicy. And all I have to do is spend a decent amount of time researching this and trying to see, what do all these things have? In fact, I can even ask ChatGPT in the future to tell me what they would have. So one of the notes, or the words that kept coming up as I was doing this research, was good notes. I have no idea what good notes is, but I started to look at it into more in depth, and here was good notes planner, good notes. These are coming up as really juicy. So it would take me to do some more research. Like, I can go and put good notes over in Etsy and see what exactly we're dealing with, so I know what type of product is selling or what this product has. And then also another one that popped up is this was just in general, what's hot. You'll notice that digital planner is the 4th hottest term on trending on Etsy at the present time. So digital downloads are something that is up and coming, and a lot of people are just learning what they are and starting to want to have an interest in selling them, but yet they have no idea how to go about that. So that's why I said in the future, I could certainly go ahead and look at some of these. Now, one thing that popped up as I was looking through these, and something that I use quite commonly, was the keyword Notion planner kept coming up. So I kept looking at the at Notion planners, and that keyword kept popping up here when I was searching for things. Let's look at it in more depth and see what pops up. Notion planner pops up. There's not really a ton of competition for that, as there isn't for Notion life planner or Notion meal planner. And I would probably cut this off at anywhere around the 150 mark. So I wouldn't look at anything beyond this 142 or so forth. But there's quite a few keywords here that would satisfy what I'm looking for, and they don't have a lot of competition, and they do deal with Notion. So I basically just thought about it, and I was like, I don't really even know. I know how to use Notion, but I wouldn't have a clue on how to design Notion. So there's a couple things that we can do with this. The first and foremost is, I just came over into ChatGPT and I asked it, what are some of the most important features users look for in Notion templates? And ChatGPT just spit out this whole list of 10 things that people look for in Notion planners. And so I should take the time to go through that and read through it, and then come up with some ideas based on some things that I use inside of Notion, as well as one other site that I'm going to show you here in a second. But I continued my dialogue along with ChatGPT, and I asked it, what is the most important feature users look for in Notion templates? And it said it's customization. So I asked it to give me a couple of good examples of Notion templates. And this is what it came up with in terms of what possibilities we have with creating these Notion templates for people to sell on Etsy. So it came out with 5 different ideas, including a personal knowledge base for project management, a habit tracker, a meal planner, and a content calendar, which I do recall seeing over and over again in the E-rank keywords for Notion. So content calendar for Notion might be a good idea. And then I asked it what would be included in a good content calendar for Notion template. And here it came up and it spit out 9 different things that could be included. So now you ask, all right, Liz, so that's fantastic. And I could see the possibilities with this, but I have no freaking clue how to design a Notion template. And that's where perhaps one of my favorite sites comes in that I use for a lot of things, and that is Fiverr. We can always start here with Fiverr by just looking up Notion template. And you'll notice I usually like to sort by a couple different things. I like to look by best selling as well as newest arrivals, because I do find that there is a lot of talent in newest arrivals that hasn't been tapped yet, and they just need a shot. Give them one shot, tell them what you want, and they're always going to be a lot cheaper. So the great thing about getting these Notion templates designed is once you do get them designed, you can customize them yourself. Really what you're looking for is a solid base to start off with, to kind of move around and customize yourself so that you can create multiple versions of one particular template and then have multiple listings on Etsy related to that template. So sure, it's going to cost us a little bit of money, but look at this person, a custom Notion template set up an automation from $5. Here's one from $35. Here's one from $10. This is This is I will do Notion template or PowerPoint presentation. So these are people that are looking. So these are people that are looking for their first shot. That's why their prices are a lot less than the competition. And these are the type of people that we should look to be working with, especially on our first shot. And again, once you get this product, you can customize it several different times to make several listings on Etsy. And that's pretty much all it comes down to. So digital downloads are huge. This is only one of the many different ways that you can take this. And this is literally a whole new world open of digital drop shipping in itself with higher margins. In the future, let me know if you like this idea so I can continue to show you other examples of digital downloads that you can create, as well as drop shipping products that you can make with 90+% margins. Let me know in the comments if it's something that you'd be interested in, and if you would like to continue seeing my journey making these digital downloads and selling them on Etsy and other platforms. Other than that, questions and comments go below. I always personally answer those, and I'll see you guys next time.